Hey everybody, HMV here, playing more Factorio, and we are still at 6 times speed. That's the way we're going to be going from now on. I'm really enjoying it. I think it matches what how much content is in the video. It seems like maybe I play half as fast as most people you watch on YouTube. But anyway, I ran out of arms. As we left last time, I realized that my red blueprint had arms that I can't make yet on it, so I was replacing them with oh, I got my sound on for myself. There we go. I was replacing them with the other arms, and I ran out. So I came back to get more, and I realized that the storage at the base was too low. So I doubled it. I think I had 2 open slots in each box, and I made it 4. So then we head back here, and I very quickly just replace all these arms. I think I need to set up those arms to actually be filtered to remove ore out. But I'm also right here. I need to set up a balancer. So I set up a quick balancer, and then I run the rest of these arms down to the smelters here. Sorry about that. Apparently I hit tilde to bring up the console window, but not a big deal. So I also need to balance the lines going in, because if both of those smelteries don't get or if both of the train stations don't get I can't think of the words. If both of the train stations don't get ore input to them, then only one of the lines of the smelters is going to is going to have the cat meowing at them. Is going to here I'm setting up the station completely. So what I need to do is I need to make a balancer for that station. So I set up. I just made another train for an iron ore train, because we want, ideally we want 1 train per station. And now we've already got the train coming back. So here I realized I need a balancer, and I had to make room for it, and I just puked up a whole bunch of stuff on the on the belt there, which is kind of amusing as I did the replacement. But we got it going now, so that's all good. Not much else to talk about here as we go. I'm setting up, checking out my coal train. Just making sure, because it was sitting there doing nothing. There's nowhere for coal to be right now, and we get a deadlock. I thought I had fixed the deadlocks. I thought I knew what would fix them, and what I think is going to fix them here is I change. I don't know what I did here. Yeah, I changed those 2 things to be chain signals instead of regular signals. I think that's going to fix it at this point, but I find out later, no, that's completely untrue. It does not fix it whatsoever. But anyway, so I need more iron ore delivery trains. Every time I see iron ore sitting in an open station with no trains coming to them, I need to get a train. That goes for anything. I need to make sure we've got trains going all the time, full of stuff, looking for places to send it. So I did that there. But anyway, so speaking of iron, I need more. So I also need grenades, because I'm going to be clearing out a whole bunch of trees. But I need more iron ore being drilled out of the ground, and I've got this huge iron ore patch next to the green circuit factory. But first I need to set up my arms factory, and so I'm going to set it up here. I'm just kind of looking at it in map mode, making sure I like where it is, and then now it's time to do some clear cutting. We need to clear away all these trees so I can get my arms factory set up. And by arms, I don't mean military. I mean inserters specifically. So I need to clear off all this space here, and then I check this out, and I'm like, okay, I need a little bit more on the top and the bottom. So I set these up to go, and I just set up this thing because I ran out of grenades, and I'm not going to sit here and wait for it like I did that other time. But it's nice to have the red X's on the screen so that I can tell when it's time to go. So I pick up whatever grenades I have already, which probably isn't that many, 37. So yeah, that's not even enough to do very much at all. That's like, what is that, like 14 sections of trees gone, and there they go. That's it for the things. But I figure it's good enough. This will let me get most of the station down. I can manually clear away these trees later when the time comes. I also, you see, I manually set down the chain signals there because as I said, at this time I think that's what fixed it, but yeah, it's not. But anyway, let's see, what am I doing here? Yeah, so I'm setting up these things as yellow stations because it's not that big of a deal. And then we're dropping off gears, iron, and what is the other one? Copper or gears or circuits or something like that. I think it's circuits is what the three main components of all arms, except for the ones that need oil. Well, they need red circuits, but red circuits need oil. So, yeah. So we just need to set up the stations here to drop off everything, and trains even came before I even had the station set up, which is pretty cool. So just setting up the outputs of my three major ingredients here, and setting up all the timings and stuff. I haven't gotten the habit of copy and pasting the settings from other stations at this point, but I have by now that I'm recording this. I'm actually several episodes ahead of recording. I just haven't had a chance to record the voiceovers here, but it's really nice to be able to go into map mode and find a station that is the same as the station you're using, and then just copy and paste it. It makes everything a lot quicker and a lot easier. So anyway, so setting my station here, I decided to try to do better than I did with the belt station. I think that belt station is terrible and horrible and ugly. So I decided to make a bus, your standard old bus there, is going north and south, and then running these things off of it is just a standard old bus thing that's just coming out. And then I figure I'm going to start a bus with on the top with the arms, because they're needed later on down the line here. And then you realize pretty soon that I'm not actually going to use that bus that I set up to the right there that's going south to north. I'm just going to run everything down here, kind of like a mini bus, like the mall, if you want to call it that, that I had at my original base. That's fine for something like this. It's we need to make sure we have the amount of things getting generated, but how they get generated isn't that big of a deal when it comes down to it. And obviously my cat agrees, as you just heard. While I said it's okay, it's getting a little spaghetti over there, and I'm not a super big fan of it. I'm especially not a fan of putting each of these belts, sharing, I should say, a belt between red and blue, because we need to load these things onto trains, and we need to have them be set up correctly and everything. And it's just going to be a pain in the butt with them being on the same belt. I don't know why I did that. It's just habit, I guess. I don't know. Also, I'm balancing all the lines here so that they get used equally on both sides. And you can see that the green belts on the right there, they're just not doing it. Only the top line is moving. The bottom line isn't, no matter what I do. And I'm not 100% sure why. If anybody can tell me why, feel free. But as it is right now, I'm just going to let it go and pretend it's not actually a problem. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oh, yeah, we got a green train dropping off more green stuff. I go to the map mode and check out biter bases around, making sure that nobody's in pollution range, and they're not. Like I said before, I've had tons of time to the biters. They just don't come out very fast. They don't come out very much. I go to the green circuit factory, and I think I was thinking about expanding it, but then I decide, nah, I'll worry about that when green circuits are actually sparse throughout the factory, which I'm sure will happen soon. I have a whole bunch of wood, because my automated mining tool, deconstruction planner, or whatever it's called, is constantly mining wood while I'm up here moving around. So I go back to the base, and I drop all that wood off. When I picked up, I think I picked up more arms or something from the other station. So I decided I want some local storage in here, and I just kind of set it up slapdash. And yeah, as you can tell, my cat is completely nonplussed and unimpressed with the fact that I did it this way, because it's pretty ugly. And I immediately decide, no, this is a bad idea. As soon as I finish these things, I decide that I don't want these here, and they're ugly, and I should get rid of them. So I set up one more station. Yeah, see, they're in the way of the train line for one thing. So I set up another station, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to set up the pickup station for belts or for arms, and any train who needs arms is going to come to the station and pick up whatever arms it needs, and then move on. So what I needed to do is not the standard station, and I laid down a standard station, and then I realized fairly quickly that that's not what I want. I need to custom build this station. I need to set it up so that well, actually, I did pretty good on that one. As long as they go to the top and the bottom there, they're fine. But I need to set it up so that every box has a certain amount of arms. Now we need more arms, more of the yellow ones, because we're going to be using them for science. So yeah, see because I shared that line, I had to screw around with the red and the blue belts and split them, which is ugly and disgusting. Then so I'm running the red belts here, then I'm going to run the blue belts to the other one, and I don't know why I just did that. That was a dumb idea. And there we go, that's better. So I had to take the arms out of there, and then I'm going to run the blue ones to the other one, and then I'm out. So I decided to be a moron and mix the blue and the purple. I just split the blue from the red, and now that I'm mixing the blue and the purple, they're gonna be doubled in those boxes, and that's just stupid. I really honestly don't know why I just did this. It's just eventually one of those boxes are going to fill up with whatever we don't use the most, and then we're not going to get any more of what we need the most of. And it's dumb to do it that way, and I don't know why I did it, and I still haven't fixed it, but hey, what are you going to do? But we need we're going to need maybe another station, or maybe another a way to split these boxes up to get all the belts going into boxes on the thing. Meanwhile, we head back to the base here. Apparently need more train supplies. I also, I know what I'm doing. I need more locomotives. So I set up a new little quick and dirty station here to make some locomotives, because we're not making them automatically. They're kind of a high profile item, and they're kind of hard to do. I filled that with ammo, and then I'm sending it to the arm station, because I don't want it to pick up all those arms out of the thing. So I just gave it a filter that it's not going to use. I have since started using landfill for that. I think landfill is a good thing. Look at the train actually beat me there, even though it went all the way around, and it's not picking up any arms, which is kind of an important thing. So let's see, where else are we here? I ran out of belts, as always, but my belts are in the car this time, so I can just grab them out of the car, because sometimes you leave stuff in the car. But I have a whole bunch of miners, and then I run out. So I figure I'm going to clear all the trees out from around the station and just lay down all the power lines, get these things set up so that they are ready to go, and then I'll go back and pick up more miners from the thing. So this is going to be a lot of iron ore. This is going to be really nice. It's going to last me a long time, which is something I need very badly. We're going to need a lot of iron ore, and we're going to need to smelt it very quickly, and we're going to need it all to go as fast as possible, because the iron ore is iron is one of the most critical resources in the game, and so any iron patch we can find, we should do it. I lay down a new station, and I make it an ore loading station. We know that this is easy. This isn't anything tricky like the other the station at the arms and all that stuff. This is standard. However, it is kind of close to that. It's kind of close to that to the ore patch, so it's a little bit difficult to get it set up. And if you see here, I've got 6 belts coming in, and I want it to go to 4 belts, so I need a 6x4 splitter here, and it's just not going to fit. So I need to back everything up, and in order to do that, that's going to be a pain in the butt. So I set this up, and I plop it down, and look, I'm out of underground belts already. And then boom, we're messed up here, and I just don't have the room to do this. So we decided to spaghetti it a bit here. I trimmed back the lines, and then I decided, okay, I need underground belts. So we drive back to the belt station. Oh, we're running out of stone now. Let's see. I dropped off some yellow belts into the assemblers there, so I don't have to carry them. And then we come back here, and now I have enough undergrounds to just spaghetti this thing around. Run one under there, or run two of them under there. So they go to that, and then run the rest around the top, because we had the room for 3 out here. And boom, now we're splitting them, we're balancing them, and they are going to the station. So the station is ready to go as soon as it enables itself, and then we're good to go. So let's head back and get some more miners for the thing. And I also checked the power lines at some point here, and I realized that we're getting low on power, and I just threw out on all those miners, so we're going to need more. So I decide to double up on my power, and one of the things I need to do is landfill in a little bit of area here, because I want the power to be kind of all in the same area, at least for the time being, until I get solar or nuclear or something like that. All the steam power is going to be in the same place. So we clear away all the trees, and then I realize I do not want this this iron belt running through here. Or actually, no, I don't realize that. What I do is I lay down all these things, and then I realize I need the space between every other one, otherwise I can't lay the power poles. Then I realize that I've got this this yellow line here that is exactly where my my coal line needs to be. So I decided, you know what, I'm already moving the iron plates out of the way, so I might as well just go for it fully. I also, if you notice there, I just removed everything from those boilers, because they got power poles, they got boxes, they got everything in my inventory that could burn. I really need to fix that mod. I'm wasting so many power poles, because I don't realize that every time I put a train down, that train could get power poles in it if I don't have coal in my inventory. Anyway, so I'm laying down all the steam engines. This is all just standard stuff. It's just considering how long it took me to set up the steam engines at the beginning, because I was so resource starved. It's kind of funny how quickly we can get the steam going to double our production here very, very quickly and very, very easily. In a second here, as soon as we get these down, I need 4 more. I need to set up the power correctly here, and we are good with power forever now. Well, not forever, but for the foreseeable future. I decide, you know what, just in case some biters come down, this is a critical resource in our game. So I better protect it with some turrets, because I've been pretty lax with the turrets, and for good reason, because I don't generally need to care about turrets. But still, it's when you think you don't need to care is when things start to go south on you. I also at some point had picked up some miners, so I'm laying them down here, and we have successfully and fully tapped out this ore patch. So it's gonna last us quite a while. We should be fine with this ore patch, and now we've got the smeltery going. We've got trains taking the ore to the smeltery, and we are good to go. Let's see. Oh, and now we need one more station. We need to set up the military station for 2 reasons. One, the biter evolution is 36%. We are in the second phase of their evolution, and we're creeping up on 50%. We barely encountered the biters at all, and they're about to get bigger. So I'm going to need to take care of them fairly quickly. And also, military tech is one of the research queues in the new 15.0 game. I don't know if you haven't played it yet or whatever, but there's different science packs, and one of them is a military science pack, and you need several different military things in order to research military science. If you want better grenades, better turrets, things like that, you need to create military science packs. So that's the main thrust of the station at the beginning, is to get those 3 ingredients for military science packs. But I'm going to be setting that up in the next episode. If this episode's over, I hope you enjoyed watching it. I definitely enjoyed playing it, and my cat enjoyed meowing through it. I'm HMV, and I will, as always, talk at you later.